We're on our 60-day healing journey to establish inner union. We did the work to stop attracting emotionally unavailable people. We learned how to stop being a people pleaser, an overgiver, and overshare. We learned how to say no from a space of love as we formed healthy boundaries. Now we're on our 60-day healing journey to establish inner union, to bring the pieces of ourselves together, to understand who we are, what we're capable of, and to learn how to trust ourselves. We're on day 13. The affirmation for today is, I am building inner reliability. I am building inner reliability. This is saying I'm learning how to trust myself. I'm learning to believe in myself. I trust my body's signals. I believe that when I need to know something, my body will show me or give me signs. My body is reliable. That's what this is saying essentially. Because how often do you wait for somebody else to tell you about you instead of you kind of knowing about yourself? So often we ask people to tell us about ourselves, but who's better to know you than yourself? I'm just saying, who knows better what you like than you? Wouldn't yourself tell you, I don't like this, or this is good for me, or it's not? Why does somebody else have to say that to you? But we've been programmed to think that, you have to listen to someone else. You have to get confirmation and validation from somebody else. When you yourself is telling you, the parts of you are already there trying to assist you and help you to understand. You have to be able to trust yourself and understand that you are reliable enough. The parts of you are reliable enough to tell you what you need. You see, a lot of times we do that. We just wait for somebody else to give us an okay. But is it really okay? Do you feel good about it? You see, how is it that we're able to bypass the signals that our bodies give us in order to let somebody else tell us what's good for us? This is very strange to me. As I say it, it seems even more stranger. It's just like, what? So that's our affirmation. I am building inner reliability. The somatic practice is sit upright, grounded posture. So we're going to just practice throughout the day sitting upright. When you find yourself slouching, then sit upright again. Every time you find yourself slouching down, sit upright. So that is our practice for today. We are practicing sitting upright and grounding posture, supporting yourself, letting your back do what it needs to do. Instead of slumping over and just accepting, we're going to sit up. So that's our somatic practice for today. We're going to make it a conscious thing. The visualization is, see yourself following through gently. See yourself following through gently. So if you have short-term goals, long-term goals, something that you have to do, things on the to-do list, visualize yourself following through. When you can see it, then it's probably more likely to come to fruition because you actually took the time to see yourself follow through. See yourself go through the steps that are necessary to get what you need to get done. Once you see it, it's like it triggers something in you and it becomes real because your subconscious doesn't know what's real or fake. So it becomes real to you. And then you get into these emotions. You start feeling it. And that's how you start to magnetize things to you. You start to manifest these things because you're able to feel. You can visualize it, feel it. Then you're able to go through the motions, take the actions to do it. Because you actually kind of lived it out in your mind before. So that's our visualization. See yourself following through gently. Okay, so that instead of thinking about negative, how it ain't going to work, see yourself following through. Trust the thoughts that the ideas that are given to you, the ideas that you are tapping into. Trust that they are happening for some reason. If you have this great idea to start a business and nobody else can understand this business, it's happening for you because you can already see it. You have a vision for it. So now it's time to trust and visualize these things. Visualize it coming through. or visualize yourself following through and making those things come to fruition. So that's the visualization. The journal prompt is, where do I break trust with myself? Where do I break trust with myself? Do you say, you know what? I got this idea. I'm not going to tell anybody yet. I got to solidify it. Before I speak it out, I need to solidify it. And then the next thing you know, you're talking to somebody and you just spill the beans. You just tell the whole idea. So you broke your own trust, and then you get this feeling like, oh, Lord, I did it again. Or when are you making these promises to yourself and then you just don't follow through? When are you breaking the trust? You tell yourself, I'm not going to get into these type of situations no more. I'm better than that. I know what I need, etc. And then you backtrack. You backtrack as soon as the old version of you comes up to say, wait, don't abandon me. I still want that, etc. And you backtrack. You broke your trust again. So you got to start trusting yourself. Those first thoughts that come up, you got to start trusting like, okay, myself is telling me this for a reason. And again, we're talking about positive things on this channel, not no negative thoughts, none of that foolishness on this channel. So that's what we're talking about here. Where do I break trust with myself? I'm going to eat this healthy diet. I'm going to do this for 2 days, just 2 days. You got a plan in your mind. And when the day comes, you fold and you give up and you don't do it. I'm not talking about you make a mistake and you eat one thing unhealthy and you continue to go. I mean, you just completely give up. Yourself said you needed that healthy, that healthy routine for 2 days, and you didn't listen to yourself and you broke your trust. So we got to start breaking our trust. When we see, a lot of times we make these decisions when we're not in such a good place because you feel hurt. And then you're like, you know what? I need to make some changes. And then when it's time to make those changes, how often are you not following through and trusting yourself that said you needed to make those changes? It wasn't just yourself knew that for a reason. You got to that place of knowing that for a reason. So you got to trust yourself. You got to trust your gut. Your gut will tell you. So where do I break trust with myself? The tiny boundary today is, or practice is, keep one small promise today. So if you promise yourself that you're going to do something, then follow through. Follow through. Stop questioning and, as soon as you make this promise, you just come up with 10,000 reasons why you shouldn't do it. If you promise yourself to do it, then do it. I'm going to drink, extra water today. I really need this. You say that to yourself, and then when the day comes, you just don't drink that extra water. You see? You got to keep that promise to yourself. How are we out here promising other people stuff and following through, but not following through with ourselves? How are we doing that? How have we been doing that for so long? It's time to get ourselves together, to get that order within ourselves. For real, so that we can have integrity and dignity and love for who we are. And now that shifts and changes everything. You start to see the world differently, and people start to see you differently because they see your light shining even brighter. The light that you already had, that you thought was bright, it could have really been dim. And the more work you do, the lights just get brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. So see, that's what happens when we continue working on ourselves. We see the world differently, and the world sees us differently as well. Now, that's our practice for today. The holistic tip is gentle stretching. So gently stretch. If you have a mat, an exercise mat, lie down on your mat. Stretch your legs, stretch your arms, get in a good stretch with your back. Stand up, touch your toes. Different ways to stretch. Just gently stretch. Let your body be more flexible, a little bit more fluid, Get your natural flow back. So that is our holistic tip for today. I hope everyone is well. I thank you for taking the time to listen to this video. I hope that is helpful, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace and love. Mwah.